Come on. This is Charlie Parsons for Boxing Social in association with William Hill and Empire Fight Store. Delighted to be joined here at York Hall. Mad commotion going on in the background. I don't know what's going on right now. Mr. David Adeleye, how are you, bro?
I'm alright, man. I'm chilling. Yeah, that's boxing though. You got to get used to it. You know what I mean?
Especially in York Hall, bro.
Yeah, man. Exactly. You know it already.
I didn't catch up with you on Wednesday. You said yeah, and then had to bounce that A-list treatment.
No, man, I ain't no A-list. I'm a calm guy. You know what I mean? No, it is honestly though. I don't do interviews, man, because everyone does interviews, and it's just a bit. Not that, yeah, a bit like that. I mean, I can tell everyone my story and whatnot, but nobody really cares if I'm being honest, bro. So there's no point just telling it to people. So I save it for the people that do care, and you know, I share these moments with the people around me rather than the people online. You know, I'm an old school generation boy.
I feel that. I respect that. I suppose now's probably a time where you're going to be getting a lot of media attention. You know what I'm going to ask you? It's going to be the same interview all week. You turned up on Wednesday. Fabio Wardley, a lot of back and forth going about at the minute. First things first, he looks to defend. Well, actually, no, he's not defending his British title tomorrow night. Fighting a sort of semi-tough American in Coffie. Just your thoughts on the fight itself?
No, I stopped Coffie in 2-3 rounds, so Wardley should do it within the 4. I didn't know nothing about him, to be fair, and then I watched the highlights of him. Didn't seem like to be any problem. He's tailor-made for Wardley.
A lot's come out about sort of the back and forth between you and him. You've sort of said, look, if it happens, it's got to be on BT. Do you stand by that? Obviously, he's the champion. It's obviously they've got a project for him on DAZN and Matchroom. Would you be happy if Frank and George were happy? Would you cross ship to fight him?
Yeah, if the promoters are my agents. I mean, look, I leave it to my man. I mean, I'm being looked after by some real good people, so I leave it with them. But if everything comes to terms and everything's agreed, I'll fight him on any channel. But preferably, I prefer to be on BT Sports. He keeps talking about, yeah, he's got the title, but I mean, he ain't really the A side in this tango. You know what I mean? So obviously that's what we're gonna have to go through that sort of problem. But he's got a fight to come through. I got a fight to come through. Whenever the fight's made is when it's made. When do you think it's a good time for the fight to be made?
Well, do I think it's a good time for the fight? As soon as after this fight.
Yeah.
Realistically, I mean, when do you think the right time is for that fight?
That's what I think, but you never know. I mean, at the end of the day, it could happen later on, it could happen next.
Yeah, no. I mean, don't get me wrong, if it happens later on, fine. But as a fan, we want to see the best fights domestically, yeah? And yourself and Fabio Wardley is up there as one of the best fights domestically, especially in the heavyweight division. We know it can deliver, so...
Yeah, no, most definitely. That's what it's about. But yeah, man, I mean, I suppose everyone's got something to say in them sort of situations. I just do my thing and I'm just cool, calm and collected. I think I've gone up in there just to see what he's saying, you know.
What did you make of it? You go one-on-one with him, it's all respectful. I know that there's no real bad blood between each other, but...
I saw his energy before, and I knew he's not that guy, so I just left it. He's a Twitter boy. It's not personal. Do you know what I mean?
You think he's maybe acted differently in person as to what he sort of tweeted online?
What do you think?
I'm not answering that question.
Hey, boys, quickly, yeah? Quick one. Do you think...
We can get them in to answer the question. Okay.
Do you think Wardley acted different online than he did on Twitter?
150%, mate. 150%.
You can see how he's acting in the camera, boy. He don't want it, man. He don't want it.
That's exactly it.
You can't interview out here. The roof. That's why the media said it was moved over inside. No one is allowed to interview out here. This was always everything was moved. You cannot interview here. You didn't know. Guys, it was moved at the start of the night. Everyone was told at the start of the night. Everyone from the media was told at the start of the night.
Shout at them, but not them.
I'm shouting at them. I'm not shouting at them. They're not media. They're not media. These guys were all told at the start of the night.
Sorry, Addy, I've been told that. I can't lie.
All in there, where it's all set up for you. Not under a roof that's collapsing.
Slight change of scenery, slight change of backdrop. We've been told to move. We now stand behind the Wasserman boxing backdrop. Just quickly on the Fabio Wardley stuff. Your team, your boys, I've just said, I say your team, your boys. They said that he's not as verbal in real life. When you turned up on Wednesday, did you expect a bit more back and forth than there was perhaps?
Didn't expect nothing. It is what it is, isn't it? We go with the flow. it's not scripted, innit? So it's not. I don't go in there thinking anything. But yeah, man, the media. I know you guys are doing a good job hyping that up, man. So I'm gonna stop talking because it's not my job to do the talking. You know, it's not my job to hype it up. So yeah, whether he was talking, whether his energy was different, doesn't really matter for me. You know, yeah.
Right, David, just finally on that note then, if the fight does happen, it's time for you to stop talking, stop hyping it up. But just lastly with us, if the fight does happen, how does it go?
Adeleye knockout, brutality. Trust me.
How fast?
Early, as early as he wants it to be. It ends with an Adeleye knockout though. Facts.
David,
figures.
Thank you very much for your time speaking to me at Boxing Social. Dodge me in the week, but I got you now.
No, sorry about that, man.
No,
I'm just
we're
not.
good,
Do you know what it is? I just don't do interviews, man. And I know when by the time all the interviews are released, there's going to be a load of interviews.
You know, it's all good. My guy, thank you, bro. Appreciate you. My guy, thank you.